Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a video about my fragrance collection. So instead of just focusing on the notes of the fragrance, I would like to describe a little bit about how they smell overall to me and what are some of my favorite things about them. So the first fragrance that I'm going to start with is one of my all-time favorites. I think I've been using this fragrance the longest, and this is one that is repurchased the most, and this is the Tom Ford Neroli Portofino. This is a very fresh citrus for me, and citrus tends to be a little bit picky if you were to describe it. It smells different on everybody, but I feel like this is just the absolute best fresh smelling perfume, and I use this in the winter, summer. This is just my all year round favorite fragrance. Continuing on with the Tom Ford fragrances, the next one is very floral. I smell a lot of sage in this one, which I love, and that is the Jasmine Rogue by Tom Ford as well. This one is a little bit woody, a little bit musky, and you can use this in the evening time. Though in the fall months and the winter season, I do love this during the day as well. Just an overall beautiful try. If you could sample this at the store, I would highly recommend. Next in the Tom Ford family, I would like to talk about the F Fabulous fragrance. And this one to me is a unisex fragrance. I smell leather in here. It smells very fresh as well, but not in a citrus way. Another summer fragrance that I would love to talk about that I have in the form of a body oil, but it does still leave kind of that perfume smell, which I love. This is the Tom Ford Soleil Blanc. And I have the body oil, like I said, in this version, but it does smell very similar to the actual fragrance, which I did own, but I ran out of that one. And I smell a lot of coconut in here. I smell a lot of kind of summer-like scents that I think you would enjoy if you like something that's warm, a little bit of vanilla. This is definitely a go-to, and it does leave a really nice shimmer on your skin. And this is like a dry oil, which I like because you don't feel like it sticks onto your clothes. I don't know if you can see it here. It is quite subtle. I hope you can get a bit of a glimpse of it in the camera. And I do like to apply this anywhere where I may have exposed skin. And every time that I do, I don't feel like I need to wear any other fragrance on top, because as I mentioned, it does leave a nice smell that lingers. It doesn't just fade away instantly like other body oils would. So this is the Tom Ford Soleil Blanc, and I would definitely recommend that you give this a go. If you do have the perfume version of this, please let me know what you think in comparison in regards to the body oil, because I do feel like they smell quite similar. Next, and last but not least in my Tom Ford collection, this is the Oud Wood, which is advertised as a masculine scent. I do smell a lot of oud in here, but I also like to use this to layer my perfumes and mix them together, and this just smells very sexy to me. Definitely a good fragrance. Also, if you're looking to give this perhaps to your significant other or a friend, I would definitely recommend to test this one out. I do have the bigger version in this, but you can see that all the fragrances I have, I do like to kind of get through them and make use out of them. They don't just lay around on my counter. That is why my collection is perhaps not so big as others, but I can definitely say that every fragrance that I'm showing you here is very loved. Next, I'm going to talk about two scents that are perfect for those who maybe don't like to wear fragrance. Perhaps if someone's allergic to a very heavy kind of perfume smell, this would be ideal for you. And the first one is Juliette Has a Gun. This is not a perfume, and this has a synthetic compound in it, which makes it smell like a dry amber. And it has a musky smell. So, and this does smell a little bit different on everybody, but this is one of those scents that I feel like if I have one of my other perfumes on, I throw this on top, and it kind of gives you that individual smell. And it does also enhance the fragrance of your other perfumes on your body, which I really love. And the second one is the Escentric Molecule. I have the O1, and I believe they described this on a website as smelling like a fresh gin and tonic, which is a great way to describe it. And they made this for those who actually don't like perfume, which I feel like is perfect. And this has pink pepper, lime. I love pink pepper as a scent, even in like body creams and stuff. Pink pepper is a great one. So this has pink pepper and lime. It's very energetic, and they describe this as a fragrance for those who don't like fragrance, which I think is perfect. I layer this as well, but on days that I feel like I'm just walking out and I don't want to wear anything heavy, I always reach for this one. This is such a great fragrance, and out of my collection, I would say this is probably one of the least expensive ones that I own, but it's a must-have. Like, as soon as this finishes, I will definitely run out and get another one. And as far as Jo Malone, I only have one from their collection, which is the Gardenia Oud. And for Jo Malone perfumes, I feel like a lot of them don't linger as well, but this one definitely does. It smells exactly as described. There's Gardenia Oud here, but it's a little bit more sweet than the Tom Ford. But this does truly leave a lasting impression when you spray it. You smell it throughout the day. It doesn't change its smell, which a lot of perfumes tend to do. And I just love this one. Daytime, evening time. I did purchase this recently, this past summer, and I feel like it's been wearing very great in the heat. Just in the summer months, I would definitely recommend this perfume. And I love its longevity. Once again, that tends to be a little bit difficult for me with Jo Malone perfumes, but this one is a winner. So the next perfume, speaking of longevity, is one that wears really well throughout the day, and I feel like it is quite long lasting. This is the Khoul Blend Oud. It's a natural perfume. I smell a lot of powder here. It's woody. There's a lot of greens, almost like fresh cut green grass, lemon, and this will last definitely. Like, if you spray this on in the beginning of the day and you come back home like sometime close to the evening, this perfume stays exactly the same on your skin, which is why I love it so much and I decided to purchase it. The bottle is also quite beautiful. And the last two fragrances that I'm gonna talk about are, I feel like, by someone that just makes really great fragrance overall. I love pretty much all their smells, but the next two really stood out to me, and I love the way that they wear throughout the day. I love that they don't change the way that they smell on your skin throughout the day, and this is one that you definitely get complimented on more than any of the other fragrances I have. So the first one is, it's by Tiziana Terenzi. I apologize if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but this is such a great fragrance house. This is what the bottle looks like. So the Cassiopea perfume has notes of passion fruit, lily of the valley. I smell that a lot here. And carnation. A little bit of lemon. This is on the sweeter side, but it wears really well. The packaging is absolutely stunning. And again, 2 sprays of this. Like, I would not go crazy spraying this all over my body because it is so potent. And the last perfume I'm going to talk about is from the same perfume house, and I've actually I wipe down my things a lot to make sure that they're dust free, and I kind of ruined the title on this one, so I apologize for that. But this is called Sirrah, and this is from, I believe they made this named after stars. This is every other perfume that I just described kind of put together in one bottle. I love this fragrance so much. If I'm having a special event, if there's somewhere that I'm going where you just really want to smell good and you want people to notice your fragrance, this is the one that I reach for. This is like my, I don't know, my most special bottle, and it is all these scents that I just described blended into one. It does have that passion fruit as a top note, but this is like, it's everything. It's not so citrusy, but it is fresh. It is it's sweet. It's powdery, it's musky, it is just everything. And if you can get your hands on this, I know that this isn't as popular in the States, Canada especially, but they can be ordered online. And if they do sell sample sizes, if you have a friend who maybe owns this one and you try this out, I promise you, you will not regret it. It's just wonderful. And definitely will be purchasing another bottle of this as soon as I get through this one. And I have been using it quite often, like in the evening times, if I'm going out for dinner or just going out with some friends. If you want to treat yourself to a really special fragrance and you want something that's unique and different and you don't know where to start, I would definitely recommend giving this a go. So that is it for my fragrance collection. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if there's any fragrances that you absolutely love that you would recommend to me, I would love if you list them down in the comments below and let me know your thoughts are. Also, if you've tried any of these fragrances, then please let me know what you think about them and what your favorite ones are as well. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you on the next one.